To be honest with you, I'd lost faith because it was my third chiropractor. I'd spent a lot of money, I wasn't getting any better. And by God was I wrong. About a year into my training, I was doing kettlebells, the gym, the whole lot, and I was getting the weight off and I was feeling great. I was doing kettlebell one day and the bottom of my back just locked up, so I literally couldn't move my legs. So the instructor says, you know, he obviously noticed there was something wrong with me in the class, and he says, are you okay? I said, no, it's my back. He says, it's top or bottom? I says, the bottom. He said, sit down immediately. So I sat down immediately, still niggly pain and the whole lot. He came over to me, I explained how I felt. He advised me to go to a chiropractor the next day, you know. So went to the chiropractor the next day, and it was my pelvis that was out of place. So he popped it back in for me, told me just to take it easy and come back. So I went back to him then a few days later, got it checked. It was still slightly out. He put it back in. I'm just going by what they tell me. He put it back in. I felt grand, you know. So I went back training, but it just wasn't the same. You know, I had nigglings, a lot of burning sensation up in my legs after training. Still attending the chiropractor. I was getting relief from the visit, but as soon as I trained hard, I was back to normal back. So I changed chiropractor. So I came to one in town here, and the same thing again. He was at my pelvis saying, you know, don't be squatting and don't be doing that. It's very heartbreaking at 31 years of age to be told not to be squatting, and you're gone basically trying to say I was past it and this is why it was happening. And if it keeps happening, they're going to look at an operation to shorten tendons around there and the whole lot. So that frightened me as well. So I do a CC40 class with a guy named Gary, and I just let it all out to him one day. I just said, look, I'm just sick of feeling how I'm feeling. I'm just niggling. When I train hard the next morning, when I stand up, something catches, the whole lot. I said, I just can't do it anymore, Gary. I think my only option is to stop training. And he says, don't do that, Adele. So he recommended Lawrence here to me, and he advised me how Lawrence helped him with his back. His wife has scoliosis, and Lawrence completely rectified that. Gave me great reviews about him. So this was a Monday night, I remember specifically. I woke up Tuesday morning and I was in bits after the class, so I said, here it goes, rang Lawrence. And I came around on the Friday. You know, I was quite tense and sore, and to be honest with you, I'd lost faith because it was my third chiropractor. I'd spent a lot of money, I wasn't getting any better. And by God was I wrong. Lawrence, after the fourth session, I got immediate relief. I was actually out of line from my neck to my knee. My pelvis was where it was going, but it wasn't necessarily the problem. It was just all in the back, twists and joints, in the feet, in the knees, everywhere had just gone out of place, so to speak. And Lawrence started working on me. He also told me that the link with the muscles to the core was broken, so they weren't engaging. So that's why I wasn't, which made sense to me due to my past experience. I wasn't getting any satisfaction from there. So when he told me that, it made sense, and we started adjustment and core work, and I just haven't looked back since, and I just feel like I'm 20 again. I usually would lift 12.5, 12.5, and now I'm lifting 17.5, 17.5. I can breathe better, run longer, just everything is better. No operations, none of that crap I was being fed, you know. And yeah, he's nothing short of a miracle worker, you know. I just feel young again, if that makes any sense. Like, I felt like an old crock, and it's just made a big difference to my life anyway. And it's just great, you know. I'm lucky. It was a godsend that my buddy, I just broke down to him, you know. So I believe everything happens for a reason. I'd be a strong person for the most part. But just had enough was enough. And Gary actually asked me how was I feeling, wrong question. But it was from that conversation that I'm here today. And it's just great. And if somebody told me, you know, what I'm telling you, you'd probably be like, yeah, right, but the guy is actually a miracle worker, you know. Really, all the talk about operations, paying people to pop me pelvis in, tell me not to squat, nothing. Lawrence told me to go and train hard, and that's what I done. And it's been great, absolutely great. Just myself again.